A long time ago, in a nice quiet village, there lived a wealthy merchant. He lived together with his daughter, who was named Bawang Putih. This merchant wife a long time passed away. The merchant was very fond of his daughter because she was obedient and kind-hearted. One day, as he came home from traveling, he brought a woman and her daughter along with him. He wanted to marry this woman, so Bawang Putih now had a stepmother and a stepsister, who was named Bawang Merah. When her father went to trade, her stepmother and Bawang Merah will treat Bawang Putih like a servant. Bawang Putih did all the work that was ordered by her stepmother. She cleaned the house, cooked, washed clothes, and looked for firewood. If Bawang Putih's work went wrong, her stepmother would punish her by not feeding her. Every morning, her stepmother and Bawang Merah took turns shooting.
Hey Bawang Putih, why is my clothes?
Not yet finished washing clothes, Bawang Putih would then be called by her stepmother.
Bawang Putih, prepare breakfast now. We are hungry.
Oh, okay, Mom.
Because Bawang Putih worked so hard and was punished so harshly, her body became thinner. One day, Bawang Putih's father returned home and fell ill. He was very ill, and Bawang Putih was very sad because of it. She never left her father alone. However, God decided differently. Bawang Putih's father died.
Father, don't leave Bawang Putih, Father.
While Bawang Putih wept and cried, her stepmother and Bawang Merah were excited because the property and house of Bawang Putih's father now belonged to them.
Look, Bawang Merah, he finally died.
Yes, Mom. We will be rich.
Bawang Putih's life was miserable after her father died. She no longer had her father to love and comfort her. Her stepmother and Bawang Merah further tortured her. Bawang Putih tried to be patient, but sometimes she would cry all night.
Lord, please help me. Why are they always evil to me?
One day, Bawang Putih went to the river to wash clothes. She was sleepy and hungry. Her body was weak. While washing, Bawang Putih didn't realize that her stepmother's favorite shawl had washed away. When she put all the clothes into the basket, she was surprised to find her stepmother's scarf was not there.
Mother favorite scrap is gone. Oh no, it's drifting down the river. What should I do? I don't go home. Mother will scold me.
Finally, Bawang Putih decided to go back down the river to look for her stepmother's scarf. In the middle of the road, she met a farmer who was washing his cow.
Uncle, did you see red scrap floating down the river?
The farmer nodded and replied,
Red Soul. Oh yes, I saw it. The scrap was taken by an old grandmother who was washing her by the river.
Bawang Putih immediately headed up the mountain. There, she found a wooden house. Bawang Putih knocked on the door of the house.
Excuse me, Grandma. Did you find me mother's scrap?
The old grandmother came out of the house and greeted Bawang Putih.
Hi dear, let's go in. What's your name?
My name is Bawang Putih, Grandma.
The old grandmother will give a red scarf with one condition. Bawang Putih must help her first. Bawang Putih agreed. All day, she helped the grandmother cook, look for firewood, clean the house, and wash clothes. For Bawang Putih, all this work was easy because she was used to doing it. Finally, it was time for Bawang Putih to leave for home. The grandma gave her the shawl.
Bawang Putih, this is the red scarf you are looking for. Oh, I want to give you a gift, a pumpkin for you, because you helped me. Choose which one you like.
On the table, there were both small and large pumpkins. Bawang Putih chose a small pumpkin because she also had to carry a basket full of clothes home.
I choose the small one, Grandma.
Okay, take this little pumpkin, but remember, you can open the pumpkin until you get home.
Well, Grandma, I will do everything you say.
Arriving at home, Bawang Putih was called by her stepmother and Bawang Merah.
Where have you been, Bawang Putih? How dare you go out without my permission?
Forgive me, Mother. I.
Stop now, Bawang Putih. We don't need your excuse.
They continued to beat her. Then They saw the pumpkin brought by Bawang Putih.
Cut the pumpkin and cook it. We are starving because of you.
Bawang Putih took the knife and split the pumpkin. What a surprise! The pumpkin was full of sparkling and expensive jewelry.
Huh? Where did you get the pumpkin?
Bawang Putih then told them everything.
Oh, Bawang Putih, you should have cushioned a large pumpkin and would have had more jewelry.
Hearing the words of Bawang Merah, the stepmother finally got the idea.
Look, like I have an idea. Ha 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 ha.
The next day, the stepmother and Bawang Merah went to the river. They deliberately washed away the red scarf. Then secretly, they followed the veil as it was washed away. Sure enough, the red scarf was picked up by the old grandmother. The stepmother and Bawang Merah followed the old grandmother who went up the mountain. As they walked, Bawang Merah complained about how far it was.
Ah, I'm tired. Let's just go home.
Bawang merah, be patient. Soon we will get even more jewelry than bawang putih.
But I'm tired, Mom.
I said be patient.
Arriving at the old grandmother's house, the stepmother and Bawang Merah knocked on the door. The old grandmother becomes lonely. Then the stepmother and Bawang Merah pretend to be sad and ask about the red scarf.
Dear grandmother, did you find my mother red cars?
Oh yes, it just so happened that Grandma found it on the river.
Just like Bawang Putih, the new grandmother will give them the shawl if they help her. The only way to get the pumpkin was to work to help the old grandma, but they still could not stop complaining.
I'm so tired. If it weren't for the pumpkin, I would the taste.
Yes, I'm also tried. A beautiful tree will be even more jewelry inside this pumpkin. Ha 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 ha.
Finally, Bawang Merah and the stepmother finished their work at the old grandmother's house and said goodbye. The old grandmother gave the shawl to Bawang Merah and her mother. On the table, there are two pumpkins, one large and one small.
Choose one pumpkin as a gift from me.
And of course, the stepmother and Bawang Merah chose the large pumpkin.
Of course, I choose the big one, Grandma.
Yeah, cause the big one.
Remember, don't open the pumpkin before you get home.
Bawang Merah and her mother don't obey the advice of the grandmother. On the way, the stepmother split the big pumpkin. They were impatient to get their hands on jewelry inside.
Yes, Mom, just open this is pumpkin now. The old grandmother will not know.
Yeah, let's open this. I'm also curious.
However, they were in for quite a surprise because inside the pumpkin were venomous animals, sand snake, scorpion, spider, and centipedes. They were both bitten by a snake.
Oh, what is this? We are is the jewelry. Why did it have these animals inside the
Ow, ow, it hurt. Ow, ow. Mom, ow. What should we do, Mom? I'm also good bitten.
Because they are still in the middle of the forest, no one came to help them. The stepmother and Bawang Merah died from the snake bite. Their greed brought them to disaster. Meanwhile, Bawang Putih lived happily ever after. The jewelry given by the old grandmother making her rich. She continued her father's business and enjoyed the fruit of her obedience and kindness.